I wasn't always planning on doing this, but I've acquired a FAST102, so probably not ideal to not do this with heads and cam as well, but you know, why not? So there's just a big line right here. It actually has a clamp on it. Mine was not retightened by whoever was messing with this before. And then one vacuum line going into there. And that's it, it's off. Alright, now I gotta replace these valley pan bolts with these low profile button head bolts so they don't crack the manifold. So I'm just going to do them one by one and torque them to 18 foot-pounds. Alright, let's see if I can figure out how to get this rail and injectors off of here. I'm assuming I just take these four bolt slash studs out here, and I'm assuming the whole thing's going to lift up out of these ports, but who knows. I guess these go out that way and these go out this way, so maybe I need to be taking these clips out here and just take the rail off the injectors. I don't know. Alright, for this map sensor I'm going to use the front location because that's where it is on the LS2. And so I think I've got the, let's see here. So I've got the grommet style, I believe, and so I'll drill this out with a 3/8. They say to separate this from the top, but I don't see any reason to. It's up here. I'm just gonna put this in there. I don't see why that wouldn't work. grommet style, I guess. It's fully seated, and then just thread this in there, I guess. It's a T20. Alright, pause that and read it if you want. I'm concerned with this, where it says for LS2 applications, use the 4 M6x40 bolts, and that would be these. Alright, it says to torque these to 70 to 89 inch-pounds. So I'm just going to 70. So apparently we've got to install these rubber bumper things on these 3 locations. So I'm going to clean them with some xylene. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and swap these injectors over. Put a little clean engine oil on the O-rings. I said a little. That's not too bad. And then for LS2, blah blah blah, skip the next step. Oh, to the next step? Alright, I did all that. Did that. So for LS2 applications, use the 4 M6x12s. That's these little guys. And again, 70 to 89 inch-pounds. Alright, I gotta get this engine lift bracket off of here before this thing will even fit, so. $16mm for some reason. I knew that was gonna be hard. Alright, the other one is back here. I'm pretty sure I can get to it from the underside of on the back side here. Just kind of got to reach up in there and kind of feel for it. No easy way to do this. Alright, before you push this thing all the way back towards the back, you got to connect these things here in the back. I think this is some kind of HVAC line of some sort. I seem to be restricted by this steam vent pipe here. And here at the back, it seems like it's hitting the oil pressure sender. Like, that's really pinned in there. I don't like it literally pushing up against that oil pressure sender like that, but I've never read of anybody else having this trouble, so I don't know. Maybe I'll give this steam vent pipe here a little tweaking. See how it looks after that. It's still pretty tight, but that's the clearance I've got now after just giving it a little, just bending it a little bit out of the way there. But I'm pretty happy with that. It's not pushing on the oil pressure sender anymore, and it's cleared up here, so that's good. Okay, so 45 inch-pounds for the first pass, 70 to 89 for the final. And it says the sequence below, but I'm assuming it means this sequence above. So pause it, do those torque specs in that sequence. Now with this map location, it's a little bit further away from the factory, so I had to take this out, or not take it out, but not put that little tab there back in there, because this needs to actually be lifted over the fuel rail to be able to even reach, as you can see. Now you can get an extension for those, but I don't have one, not getting one, so it's just gonna have to stretch over there and make it, but that's that. So on the original, there's a hose that goes from this port down here up to the manifold, and it's a really tight bend, and now that this thing's higher, it doesn't work anymore, and it's pre-molded, so I'm going to use a piece of 3/8 fuel line. I think that'll flex enough to be able to do it, if I can get it to go on there. Yeah, that's not going to work. It's kind of kinked. I don't even think you can see down in there, but that port down there, I'm going to try to bend it down so that it's at a better angle, so it doesn't want to make that hose kink when I put it on there. Ooh, that didn't feel very good. Maybe it just... Oh, it's just... Okay, it's just twisting in the port that it's in. I think that's a lot better, actually. Let's see how that works. It's got a slight kink to it, but I think it's a good enough curve that it's not gonna restrict flow or anything. Not that I'm really worried about that. Let me go ahead and put this thing back on. Okay. I never did hook up the throttle body, so I think that's right. And don't forget, like I did, to put these, I guess, put these clips back on there. I mean, I think it's held in place by the bolts that hold the rail down. But these fuel injector clips, and the thing about it is, these are pushed too far down in there. So these clips, they don't engage the injector, and then those slots on the sides are supposed to click onto those little lips that are sticking out at the bottom of the rail. So basically, you got to get it on the injector, and then you got to lift the injector up. So what I was doing is grabbing the clip itself and pulling upward on it, and then just twisting the injector side to side. Okay, now see how it's clicked, the lip on the rail has clicked into that slot. So that's good to go. And I don't see any reason to put those gray clips back on these. Is there a risk of these coming off if you don't do that? I don't know. I think I'm just gonna leave those like that. So that's it. That's the installation of the FAST102. Pretty sure that's everything. Looks pretty cool. So yeah, let's move on to whatever else I'm doing.